indiscipline, and in some instances criminal acts among some of our students. What's your view of it?
Yes, thank you very much, and good morning to your listeners. David, is very worrying. Whatever is happening in the country, the information and the messages that have been videos and text messages have been receiving as national president of CHAS, very worrying and disturbing. So I see it to be a kind of a systemic problem. David, when a student comes to senior high school, as school management, we expect a certain modicum of moral excellence or moral upbringing. And when they come, you realize that it is not the case. In fact, I will not say all of them. Some students come to school, in fact, most of them come to school with very good moral behavior. But some of them come to school and they do a whole lot. Especially when they come to a boarding school, you see them walking around nicely, especially for the first 2 months. Moving to the second semester in Form 1, then they now start to exhibit their bad characters and behaviors. So for me, no school is established to churn out bad boys or bad characters. Every school has its own mission and vision. And the vision and mission of every school is to bring up the students in a holistic manner. Their academic, intellectual, their moral, their spiritual and emotional, physical aspects of their life. That is what every school is established to educate a child in that direction. But when students come to school from the basic schools, from the GHS, you see different characters. So they be saying the junior high schools are not boarding schools. Then I am tempted to say that whatever the students are exhibiting, it's just a reflection of what's happening in society. That's what I see, because you go through the towns and cities of this country, and you also hear so many things happening. Okay, hooliganism, people. Now, what I've heard is that students have started taking some drug called red, and students come to school with weapons and all that. In fact, at CHAS, we are even tempted to write to the IGP to help us put police in every school. One police in every school. We have to create an office for them, because if a student comes to school with a weapon, and as principal, you don't have the right to enter into his bag because of this encroaching on human rights, people's privacy, and all that, then a police officer must be in the school to go into the bag of the student to take away the weapon. So it is becoming very worrying, and as teachers, as management, we are not even safe in our own schools. So we have to sit around the table as a country, look at what we want these young men and women to be in the future, and then put certain things on the table. We go back and implement them in the right manner, so that we will just nip these things in the bud. So, firstly, that's my take, David, if you ask me.
So Rev, you lamented about the fact that when they get to the senior high school, your expectations is that they would have some level of moral, excellence. But unfortunately, some of them come and they don't have it. And you blame the society that we are in. Now, I would like to do a few interrogations on some of the things you've said. And so let me start out with, for example, the police presence. Now, you mentioned police presence in schools, that we need to create an office for them of a sort. What difference would that make, especially when some of these acts are done or committed outside the school premises? We all know, for example, what happened, at the sports stadium during the inter-school colleges competition.
Yes, David, I know that if the school and the home come together, we should be able to put a certain level of fear in quotation marks, not fear that the student cannot express himself or herself, but the fear that will push that student back when he or she is trying to do something bad in public. For example, if you are a student of Poco at school and you are going out there to the stadium and I have given you rules and regulations to follow, I want you to remain in your stance. I don't want you to remove your uniform to wave in the air. I don't want to see you mingle with girls, and I have my teachers there taking care of you, and then you disobey my orders. In the school rules, if you flout the authority of the headmaster, it's even tantamount to dismissal. But I think that at times you apply the rules, and some of us are called to reverse them. Because you apply the rules, and some opinion leaders in society will come to you to reverse them. If you don't, then you are in their bad books. These are the things that will hinder the school authority to apply the rules and regulations in the schools. So I think that we should always make sure we apply the rules and regulations in our schools. For example, my name is Father Stephen Owusu Sekyere. I try to apply the rules and regulations in my school. Parents see me differently. They think I'm the beast. They think I'm the bad person. All right? Because I will not listen to them. If I talk to your ward and it goes against the rules of the school and I'm applying the rules, you are in the bad books of parents. They will call you. Some of them will come and even insult you and all that. If we don't give the school authorities the free hand to operate, we will not get the material that we want in the end.
But so what is the fear of headmasters or head teachers? What would you say the fear of the teacher is?
There's no fear, but the fact is that you may apply the rules, and society see it to be something else. But
the rules you're applying, you're doing it the right way. That is supposed to help the child, help the school and society at large. So if you say that, opinion leaders and chiefs and parents will see you in a bad light, but what you're doing is right, why don't you simply do it?
David, I didn't mention chiefs. I said opinion leaders, so don't mention chiefs here.
They're also opinion leaders.
I said opinion leaders.
They're also opinion leaders.
Of course. But what I'm trying to say is that in all these, we should allow the schools to work, okay? And parents should also help the schools to do whatever they are supposed to do. You don't enter into a school, and because you think the school has, let's say, sanctioned your child wrongly, you enter the school and start insulting everybody and all that. I also don't expect a school to also do things in a malicious manner, in bad faith. For example, a student does something wrong, and instead of going through the normal processes, because maybe you don't like the student or something, you and that one is far-fetched, because you don't see a headmaster or headmistress trying to hate a student in such a manner that they want to punish the student to the extent that the student will be destroyed. No, we don't do that. But in doing that, at times things go wrong, and people don't forgive us at all. What I'm trying to say is that, by and large, we should try to apply the rules and regulations that have been given to us to work with.
That is exactly what we expect you to do as heads and as teachers. So do it. But in order, some of the behaviors of some of these young ones are criminal in nature. Do we